Alright guys, what's up? It's Iceman. Just want to make a quick video real quick, just kind of showing what I use to sharpen knives. A lot of different options out there. I basically have two systems that I use, and you can see one of them right there in front of you. It's the Worksharp Sharpener. If you're not familiar with that, it's a powered, almost like a mini belt sander. You can hear it right there rev up, and it's got a bunch of different belts that come with it. Like a lower grip belt. It's got the belt that's on there now is like a stropping type belt. It's a really high grit on there, so it's a cool little system. It has its limitations. It comes with these guides, and you know, I'm not going to spend a ton of time on these because these are kind of a well-known product. So I'm not going to spend a ton. It comes with these guides. You can do your 50-degree on your knives, scissors, serrated knives. Then the one that's on here is the 40 degrees, so basically 40 degrees inclusive, 20 degrees each side. And this is the one you use for most pocket knives. I was just sharpening this Spyderco Delica. The Delica 4, it's stainless steel. I got this in a trade, and it was incredibly dull. Like, it had never been sharpened. Wouldn't even cut paper. And I even went through it with the Sharpmaker here. You can see in the background. This is the other system that I use. It's a Sharpmaker, and I just barely got this from one of my buddies on Blade Forums. He actually sent this to me. So this is a shout out to Stebalicious for being an awesome guy and just sending this to me for free. He was using it, and I'm assuming he's getting a new sharpening system. I'm not sure, but he sent it to me just for no cost. Came with the ultra fine and the fine rods, and I'm gonna get some diamond rods for it. So the Sharpmaker is a great system to touch up knives. I think I have some knives that were kind of dull, not very dull, just kind of need some touching up. This is the way to go. It's really easy to use. I know even guys that have like the Wicked Edge and the Edge Pro, a lot of them still use a Sharpmaker for touch-ups just because it's pretty fast and simple. But I tried to sharpen the Delica on the Sharpmaker with the two stones, and I still couldn't get it to cut paper. Following the directions and everything, and I've done it a few times. So tonight I decided to get out the Worksharp and run it through on the coarse belt. It's a medium belt. It's a 220 grit belt. This red one. You run through it and literally. And I would do a demonstration. I should have done this video before I sharpen the knife. Do a demonstration, but this you run that through about 5 times each side. That's it. Creates a nice little burr, and then you switch to the 6,000 grit fine, and that's basically, like I said, kind of like a strop. It's also a good way to keep your knife sharp. But after doing that, and about 10 passes on the medium belt and about 10 on the fine, we're able to. Well, let's hope I don't fail this cut test. This is the only paper I have handy, so we're able to cut paper, no problem. That kind of was a little. These old Delicas have this saber grind on them. Not a fan. So I mean, it's sharp. It's not quite shaving sharp. I'm gonna get it to that point soon with just a few more passes on the Sharpmaker, or the Worksharp, excuse me, or even on the fine rods of the Sharpmaker. Either way, I can touch it up with that. But it's sharp now. So those are the two systems that I use kind of hand in hand. The Worksharp is really good for if you want a convex edge. It's going to always put a convex edge on a blade. So if you're not a fan of convex edges, then it's not really a sharpening system for you. I use it for my fixed blades. I have some larger fixed blades, and it works really well. Somehow my tripod's connected to my chair there. Nice shaky video. So I don't usually do videos in this room. It's kind of not very well lit, as you can see the shadows. And I used to do them in here, but I do them now in my office now. But I usually try to sharpen in here. I don't want to get, crap and dust and stuff all over my office. So it's really good for fixed blade knives, larger knives, really good. I sharpened my lawnmower blade. You can actually remove this guide, and then you can use this freehand. And if you just, let's see, I gotta remember. That's right, there's like a little lever right here, and you can adjust this, and you can basically use this as a belt sander. So you can freehand sharpen, you can use it to sharpen. I sharpen my garden prunes, my pruning shrub, my lanta. I cannot talk right now. You'll have to forgive me. My garden shears. I sharpen my lawnmower blade with this to a nice really actually quite sharp for a lawnmower blade. So it's, it saves you money instead of having to take your lawnmower blade down or your garden tools to sharpen. This does an excellent job. You can just use it freehand, and it does a good job on knives too. I mean, like I said, I wasn't able to get the Delica sharp until I ran it through the Work Sharp. So it's a cool tool, pretty inexpensive. I think they run about $70 on Amazon. I like it. It's a very useful tool, not just for sharpening knives. If you ever need to grind, sand something or grind something, you can use that. Then there's the Sharpmaker, and the Sharpmaker I'm not going to spend any time on because there's probably 100 videos out there with the Sharpmaker. But it just kind of gives you guys, as my subscribers, an idea of what I use to sharpen knives. And I've got good, I don't have a dull knife now in my collection. This was the one knife that was dull, and it's now at least, paper cutting sharp, and I'll get it to a hair shaving sharp here soon. So just wanted to give a quick video, just kind of show what I use to sharpen knives. I know there's a lot of opinions and uses out there. These work really well for me. Wicked Edge would be great, but they're pretty pricey. So I think, obviously I got this for free, but you can get these for on Amazon for like $50, $55 with the two rods. And I'm going to add the diamond rods for my harder steels, like my S110V and some of my harder steels. So those will be a lot harder to sharpen on the Sharpmaker, and I don't really want to run them through the Work Sharp necessarily, some of those higher end knives. So it's a good tool. It's not the end all be all sharpening system, but these two paired together are pretty effective. So if you're in the market for something you don't want to spend $400 or $500 on a Wicked Edge, you don't want to drop $300 or $300 on an Edge Pro, it's a good little pair. It's a good combo, and it works really well. And I was able to get that Delica sharp within like 5 minutes because this thing works crazy fast. And I'll even, if there's some interest, if I get some requests to do a video actually sharpening a knife on here, I will. There's quite a few videos on YouTube already, so I could do that if you like. Just if you like that, let me know in the comments. If not, that's just kind of an update on what I use to sharpen, and an old school stainless steel Delica. So any questions or comments, leave them down below, and look forward to my next video. Most likely going to be a collection video, just kind of what my current collection is like, what knives I have in my collection. I've noticed some of the guys that I subscribe to have been doing that, and so I kind of thought I'd do the same thing. So you may see that video soon. Take care.